Tomorrow, February 5th, the moon shifts out of dreamy, sensitive Pisces and enters Aries, the warrior sign of courage, initiation, bold action, and absolute victory. And when the moon enters Aries, something primal activates in your system that you need to understand and use before the window closes 48 hours later. This isn't gentle, contemplative, wait-and-see energy. This is Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, the winged deity who flew onto battlefields crowning champions, deciding who triumphs and who falls, stepping into your life for exactly 24 hours tomorrow and handing you the singular opportunity to win whatever you've been strategizing, planning, overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment to execute. Tomorrow is that moment. Tomorrow is when the cosmic winds shift in your favor so dramatically that if you move with courage instead of hesitation, victory isn't just possible, it's practically guaranteed. I know that might sound too good to be true, especially if you've been stuck in analysis paralysis, waiting for more information, more preparation, more certainty before you make your move. But let me explain exactly why tomorrow's Aries moon carries this level of victory voltage and why I've been feeling this warrior frequency building in my own body for the past 48 hours. The moon moves through all 12 zodiac signs every month, spending roughly 2.5 days in each sign, coloring our emotional landscape, our instincts, our immediate reactions, our gut-level knowing, with that sign's particular flavor. When the moon is in Pisces, like it is right now as I'm recording this, everything feels soft, intuitive, maybe a little confusing or hard to pin down. You're more in your feelings, more empathetic, more attuned to the spiritual or creative realms, but maybe also more prone to escapism, confusion, or feeling overwhelmed by other people's energy. But tomorrow, when the moon crosses into Aries, everything sharpens, everything clarifies, everything speeds up. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, ruled by Mars, the planet of war, action, desire, and conquest. Aries energy is pure initiation. It's the spark that starts the fire. It's the arrow released from the bow. It's the warrior charging into battle, not because they've eliminated all risk, but because they trust their instincts, their training, their inherent right to claim victory. And when the moon, which governs your emotional body, your instincts, your immediate responses, moves through Aries, you get this 48-hour window where courage feels easier than fear, action feels more natural than waiting, and winning feels like your birthright instead of something you have to earn through endless suffering and proof. Tomorrow specifically, the first 24 hours of this Aries moon is what I call the Nike window. It's the moment when the goddess of victory herself is hovering over your battlefield, your project, your launch, your conversation, your bold move, waiting to crown you. But here's the thing about Nike that most people don't understand. She doesn't crown the most prepared. She doesn't crown the most experienced. She doesn't crown the one who waited until every variable was controlled and every risk was eliminated. She crowns the one who moves, the one who acts, the one who trusts their moment and takes it without apology or second guessing. Tomorrow is that moment. And for 3 specific zodiac signs, this isn't just about small wins. This is about life-changing, trajectory-altering, I can't believe that just happened, level victory. But before I tell you which 3 signs are about to experience the most dramatic, undeniable wins of their lives tomorrow, I need to talk about what you've probably been feeling over the past few days as we've been building toward this Aries moon. Because if certain patterns have been showing up, specific frustrations, specific moments of "I'm so done waiting," specific flashes of knowing exactly what you need to do, there's a cosmic reason. And honestly, I've been living through my own version of this, so I know it's real, and it's affecting people everywhere. Have you noticed over the past 3-4 days this growing sense of restlessness, almost like you're vibrating at a frequency that's too high for your current circumstances? Like you know you're capable of so much more, but something, fear, perfectionism, other people's timelines, your own internal critic keeps holding you back from just doing the thing. Maybe there's a message you know you need to send, but you keep editing it, overthinking it, convincing yourself it's not the right time. Maybe there's a project you need to launch, but you keep adding just one more thing before it's ready, secretly knowing that perfectionism is just fear wearing a productivity mask. Maybe there's a conversation you need to have, setting a boundary, asking for what you want, ending something that's been dead for months, but you keep waiting for the other person to bring it up first, or for some magical moment when it won't feel uncomfortable. Or maybe you've been having these flashes of absolute clarity, where you know, not think, not hope, but know in your bones exactly what you need to do. And then 5 minutes later, fear rushes in with all its familiar scripts. What if it doesn't work? What if you fail publicly? What if people judge you? What if you're not ready? What if there's a better strategy you haven't thought of yet? And so you wait, you hesitate, you research more, you prepare more, you convince yourself that next week, next month, when you feel more confident, when conditions are more perfect, then you'll move. Does that sound familiar? Because if it does, I need you to understand something crucial. That pattern, that cycle of knowing what to do, but not doing it, that ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's Aries Moon, channeling Nike's victory frequency, removes the barriers between knowing and doing. It collapses the space between vision and action. It makes courage feel more accessible than fear, even if just for 24 hours. And if you move during that window, if you send the message, launch the project, have the conversation, make the ask, take the leap, Nike crowns you, not because you eliminated all risk, not because you became perfect, but because you honored your moment of knowing and you moved with it instead of against it. Here's the astrological breakdown that makes tomorrow's Aries moon so powerful, and I think this is going to click everything into place. Aries is cardinal fire, which means it initiates action. It starts things, it leads, it doesn't wait for permission or consensus. Mars, Aries' ruling planet, is currently well positioned, giving this moon even more warrior energy than usual. And we're coming off yesterday's Venus in Aquarius shift, which just activated your sovereign freedom in love and creativity. So you're already in this liberated, I don't need anyone's approval frequency. Tomorrow's Aries moon takes that freedom and weaponizes it in the best possible way. It says, you're free, you're sovereign. Now what are you going to do with that power? How are you going to win with it? The moon in Aries activates your emotional courage, your gut-level instinct to move fast, trust yourself, and claim what's yours. For the next 48 hours, but especially tomorrow's first 24, indecision becomes physically uncomfortable. Your body will literally reject overthinking. You'll feel this primal urge to act, to initiate, to start, to go. And if you listen to that instinct instead of intellectualizing it away, if you trust the knowing in your body instead of the fear in your mind, victory follows naturally. Let me tell you Nike's story more deeply, because understanding her essence unlocks tomorrow's entire potential. Nike wasn't just some abstract concept of winning. She was a literal goddess with wings who appeared on battlefields at the moment of victory. Daughter of the Titan Palace and the River Styx, sister to Kratos, strength, Bia, force, and zealous zeal, Nike represented the moment when preparation meets opportunity and triumph becomes inevitable. She carried a palm branch and a wreath to crown victors. She flew faster than any other deity. And most importantly, she chose who won, not based on who deserved it most by some moral standard, but based on who seized their moment with absolute commitment and courage. There's a reason Nike is always depicted with wings, because victory requires speed. It requires the ability to move when the moment arrives, not 3 days later after you've thought about it, consulted everyone, made a pros and cons list, and convinced yourself you're ready. Tomorrow, Nike hovers over your battlefield. She's watching to see who moves with conviction, who trusts their training, who releases the arrow without knowing exactly where it will land, but trusting they aimed true. That person gets crowned. That person wins. And tomorrow, for 3 specific zodiac signs, Nike isn't just offering small victories, she's offering the kind of wins that change trajectories, that open doors you didn't even know existed, that make you look back months from now and think, that was the moment everything shifted. The first sign is Aries, obviously, right? This is your moon. If you're an Aries sun, moon, or rising, Tomorrow, the moon moves through your first house of identity, self, presence, and personal power. For Aries, this is like rocket fuel injected directly into your confidence, your courage, your ability to move without overthinking. You've been holding back on something, maybe for weeks, maybe for months, because you've been trying to be more strategic, more patient, more mature about your approach. And it's been killing you, because Aries doesn't win through patience. Aries wins through decisive action, through trusting the moment, through being first. Tomorrow, expect sudden clarity about exactly what move to make. You'll wake up knowing, not thinking, not wondering, knowing, and your job is to move on that knowing within hours, not days. Send the email, make the call, launch the thing, have the conversation, ask for what you want, without softening it or apologizing for wanting it. Whatever it is, the first 12 hours of tomorrow are pure gold for you. Opportunities that you've been working toward suddenly say yes. Doors that were closed suddenly swing open. People who were on the fence suddenly commit. And all of it happens because you moved first, you moved fast, and you moved with absolute conviction that you deserve to win. Single Aries, tomorrow is your day to make the first move romantically, without playing games or waiting for the other person to do it. Coupled Aries, tomorrow is when you initiate the conversation, the adventure, the reset your relationship needs. Career Aries, tomorrow is pitch day, launch day, I'm asking for the promotion day. Nike is literally handing you the wreath. Take it. The second sign is Leo. Leo sun, moon, or rising. The Aries moon tomorrow moves through your ninth house of expansion, vision, belief systems, higher learning, and big picture opportunity. For Leo, this manifests as sudden confidence to go bigger, aim higher, claim more visibility than you've been allowing yourself. You've been playing it safe, staying in your lane, maybe convincing yourself that you need more credentials, more experience, more proof before you can step into the bigger arena you know you belong in. Tomorrow, that story dies. Expect opportunities for visibility, speaking, teaching, or leadership to arrive suddenly, often with short deadlines. Can you speak at this event next week? Can you lead this project? Can you take over this role? Your instinct will be to say, let me think about it. Let me check my schedule. Let me make sure I'm qualified. Nike says absolutely not. If it feels like a hell yes in your body, you say yes immediately. You figure out the how later, because Leo's superpower is stepping into roles you're not technically ready for, and then rising to meet them through sheer presence and courage. Tomorrow is also powerful for creative launches. That project you've been perfecting forever, tomorrow you release it. That business idea you've been researching, tomorrow you register the LLC. That bold vision you've been too scared to share publicly, tomorrow you share it. Because when the Aries moon activates your ninth house of expansion, the universe rewards bigness, boldness, vision. Playing small is actually riskier than going big. Nike crowns the brave, and tomorrow, Leo, your courage becomes your crown. The third sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. The Aries moon hits your fifth house of creativity, romance, self-expression, joy, and risk-taking. For Sagittarius, this is pure fire trine magic. Aries and Sagittarius speak the same language. Trust your instincts, move fast, take the risk, optimize later. Tomorrow, you get cosmic permission to do what you do best, leap before you look. Trust that the net will appear and win through sheer audacity and faith. Tomorrow is exceptional for creative risks. Submitting your work, pitching your idea, asking someone out, making the bold move in your relationship, investing in yourself through a course, a coach, a training you've been considering, booking the trip, saying yes to the adventure. Whatever your version of that feels too risky but also thrilling is, tomorrow you do it. Because your fifth house is joy, play, creative self-expression. And when the Aries moon activates that house, Nike says the fastest path to victory is through joy, not grinding. Through play, not suffering. Through expressing your full, unedited self, not performing a palatable version. Single Sagittarius. Tomorrow you make the bold, romantic move and it works. Coupled Sagittarius. Tomorrow you suggest the adventure, the change, the thing that brings aliveness back. Career Sagittarius. Tomorrow you pitch the idea everyone else thinks is too risky. Nike loves Sagittarian audacity. She's been waiting for you to trust yourself this much. Tomorrow you do. Now let me give you the exact 24-hour activation timeline so you maximize this narrow victory window. Tomorrow morning, first 6 hours after you wake up. This is peak Nike energy. Whatever you know you need to do it before noon. Don't wait until you've had 3 more cups of coffee and psyched yourself up. Move within the first few hours of consciousness while your mental chatter is still quiet and your body instinct is loud. Send the message, make the call, hit publish, have the conversation, book the thing. The earlier you move tomorrow, the faster victory arrives. Tomorrow afternoon, hours 6-12. This is when responses start coming in. The email gets answered. The person texts back. The opportunity says yes. The fear you had about making the move reveals itself as completely unfounded. You'll think, why didn't I do this sooner? Don't spiral into regret. Just note it. Nike rewards speed. Remember that for next time. Tomorrow evening, final 12 hours. This is integration time. You've moved. You've claimed your win. Now you let your nervous system catch up. Because Aries energy can be so activating that you crash afterward. Rest tomorrow night. Celebrate. Let the adrenaline metabolize. Don't immediately jump to the next battle. Nike crowns you. Receive the crown before charging toward the next one. Here's your 3-step Nike activation ritual to do tomorrow morning before you take your bold action. Step 1. Morning Nike declaration. Stand in front of a mirror, ideally wearing something that makes you feel powerful. Red if you have it, Aries color. Look yourself in the eyes and say out loud, I am Nike. I am victory embodied. Today I move with courage and I claim what is mine. My moment is now. Say it until you feel it shift from words to truth in your body. Step 2. Write the bold action. On paper, write the single most important bold action you're taking tomorrow. Not a list of 10 things. One thing, the thing that scares you most, the thing that would change everything if you just did it. Then underneath it write, I do this before noon. Sign it. That's your contract with Nike. You move fast or the window closes. Step 3. Immediate action protocol. The moment you feel fear, doubt, or let me just think about this one more time creeping in, you move immediately. You count to 3 and you act. You send the message before you reread it. You make the call before you rehearse what you'll say. You hit publish before you edit one more time. Nike rewards imperfect action over perfect hesitation, always, every single time. Now I need to be honest about the shadow side of Aries Moon energy, because every transit has one. Aries can be impulsive to the point of recklessness, so there's a difference between bold, instinctive action and reactive chaos. If you're moving from anger, spite, or trying to prove something to someone else, that's not Nike energy, that's ego. Nike moves from inner knowing, from this is my moment and I trust it, not from I'll show them. Second shadow. Aries energy can burn fast and burn out. You might feel invincible tomorrow and then exhausted by Friday. Honor that. Don't schedule 17 bold moves. Schedule 1 or 2 truly important ones. Quality over quantity, precision over spray and pray. Third shadow. Aries moon can make you combative. You might want to pick fights, prove you're right, dominate conversations. That's not victory. That's insecurity dressed as confidence. True Nike energy doesn't need to prove anything. It just moves, wins, and keeps walking. Here's what I believe is happening collectively with tomorrow's Aries moon. In a world that constantly tells us to wait, to be more prepared, to get more credentials, to be more perfect before we're allowed to take up space and claim victory, Aries moon says absolutely not. You don't need permission. You don't need to be ready. You need to trust your moment and move. When we collectively remember that courage is a skill we access through action, not something we wait to feel before we act, everything changes. We stop letting perfectionism, imposter syndrome, and fear steal our victories. We start moving at the speed of trust, and we win. All right, if you felt Nike activate while hearing this, if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and you already know exactly what bold move you're making tomorrow, If you're ready to stop preparing and start winning, subscribe right now so you don't miss what's coming. In 8 days, Saturn enters Aries for the first time in 28 years. In 12 days, we have a Ring of Fire solar eclipse. This month rewrites reality. Drop a comment, your sign plus the bold action you're taking tomorrow before noon. I'm reading every comment. I'm witnessing your courage. I want to celebrate your wins. Tomorrow, February 5th, the Aries Moon opens the Nike window. You have 24 hours when victory is practically guaranteed if you move with courage instead of caution. Don't waste it overthinking. Don't waste it preparing more. You're ready. You've always been ready. Tomorrow you prove it. I'll see you on the victory side.